Yeah, we're here. Hey everybody, welcome to the All for Sci-Fi webcast. I'm your host Eric Walker. Next to me is
Captain Rickster.
and right in the middle between us is really? Oh, what else you got to say? Whoa-hoy! Uh-oh. Plop, plop, plop. Apple. Go blank, blank. Blank, blank. Whoa-hoy! Whoa-hoy! Anyway, it's Bobo Freak, and he's going to work on some droids. Ready? Anyway, Bobo Freak has joined us today, and we got Bobo Freak when we're at
Disneyland
with Mike from All for Sci-Fi, a big fan who also hangs out. Oh, Mike's here.
Yes, it is.
What timing you have, Mike? Yes, it's and hey, Stan's here. Hey, Stan.
How you doing, Stan?
Let's see who else is here. So got a few people here already, but let's go ahead and let Bobo Freak take a break here while we get started. Today we're going to talk about the Sandman, which is a new Netflix streaming show. It's based on what, Captain Rickster?
DC comic book series.
DC comic books. Is it like it or no?
Yes, it is.
They did a good job?
They did a good job.
Okay. We're also going to talk about the short, very, very short, I Am Grout.
Oh, yes. Definitely short.
I am Grout.
Yeah. No, you're not. I'm Groot.
Hey, I am Grout.
I'm Groot.
I am Bubble Freak. No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Stan said we'll call it the Bobo Freak podcast.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
You're funny. We're always having fun. Yeah, we had a great time with Mike hanging out at
Yes, we did.
At Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland, and our passes are about to expire. That's another thing too, which still don't have any word, I guess, on what's going on with the all the Disney. They have what they call the Dream Key, which we have.
Yeah.
Mike has the Dream Key as well, but I don't. Mike, have you heard anything about Disneyland? Have they made any announcements yet? Captain Rickster said he was reading something about it. What were you reading about it?
I was reading about the financial report from Disneyland and Disney World.
And what did they say?
They don't know what they're going to do yet with the Green Pass. Or any other key passes we have too.
It just seems like it's a missed opportunity for them because, like you and I, we were just talking.
Yeah.
We've only gone to Disneyland maybe 3 or 4 times this year.
Yep.
And it's 8 months.
Yeah.
8 months. So which means we're going every 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a month. Every other month we go, and there's a month in between where we don't go, and they get free money.
Yeah.
So and we go a lot because we're close.
Yep,
so probably the average person gets those Dream Keys or those passes, and they don't use them for 4 or 5 months out of the year.
That's probably true.
So, but they're paying Disney the privilege to have that.
Yep.
So that's wasted money, guys. Use your brain.
When they black out stuff, people want to go online to go. They want to go and to buy a single ticket.
We do. We do, and we've done that. Remember,
Yes,
we've
we
had
have.
to because we had friends that we couldn't use our pass, even though it was supposed to not have any blackouts, but it did. They have the reservation black. That's why there's a lawsuit as well about that.
Yeah, big one.
There's a big lawsuit, a class action. Maybe that's why they're not doing it.
Probably, yeah.
Well, that's it. That's it. Remember, Mike? They had that lawsuit that they filed, that class action lawsuit about not having passes and everything like that. That's what happened. Yeah. So, yeah, Stan made a comment about it. He's saying, let me move this so you can read that more, Catherine. But Stan was saying he has a friend that has a pass too, and they're upset that it's been expired and they can't renew it. And D23 is coming. That's true.
Yeah,
My pass expires before D23, but
Yes.
Captain Rickster's expires in October,
yeah.
so he can go.
After
Yeah. That's a good point. We do spend a lot of money there too. We don't spend a lot of money in the restaurants necessarily.
No,
but we just bought this, as a matter of fact. So yeah. So no, Stan, there is a lawsuit.
Yes, there is.
But you haven't heard if that's why they're not renewing, is what he said. Well, I'm just guessing that they're not renewing because of the lawsuit, but who knows? We're also going to talk about I Am Groot, which you mentioned. Yes. They're very short. They're great.
They're great 5-minute shorts.
Yeah.
There's 6 of them. There's 30 minutes for all.
Yeah, about 30 minutes. But we're still going to go to Disneyland. We'll buy passes if we have to until they figure it out. Yeah.
So they get their head out. They're gonna
yeah.
Smell the coffee.
Yeah, and we have passes too that we bought before we still have a couple passes left that we bought before we got the Dream Key. We didn't use them yet, so they're still in our profile. So we have a couple passes as well, so we'll be able to use, because Stan was saying he still has some passes.
Yeah.
So are you coming to D23, Stan? Just curious. If you are, we need to meet up, because we're going to be at D23.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we're waiting to see if we get approved as an official vendor. If we do, we won't need these. We have 3-day passes. Yeah. Captain Rickster and I went out and purchased 3-day passes. We might be able to make some of these available to someone if we get passes as media. So we got to follow up on that next week, Captain Rickster.
We do. We got to definitely follow up. Because it's out there next month.
Yeah, it's September 7th, 8th, and 9th, I think.
Yeah, I think it's the first weekend in September.
Is it the weekend?
I think so, yes.
Because I thought it was during the week.
I don't have my thing.
Hold on. So. Well, the 7th is a Wednesday, the 8th is a Thursday, and the 9th is a Friday.
Okay. Well,
but I don't remember. Was it always on a weekend?
Yeah, it was. Last time it was on Friday. It was on a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. No Sunday.
Okay. I don't remember back then. Yeah, let us know how's that going with you too, Stan. You need a Saturday pass. Well, let's see.
For a media
let's see. Maybe, is there a place where what the last time we went to D23, Stan, we were able to get passes. Yeah. We didn't get media passes because we were brand new at that time. We had just started All for Sci-Fi. We had just started All for Sci-Fi at that time, so nobody was giving us passes at the time, like they're doing now. But we were able to go online and get passes. So I'm sure you could get a Saturday pass if you just need a Saturday pass. Or we'll see what happens with these, if maybe we could let someone use them.
Dante's online.
Hey, Dante! Welcome.
Dante.
What's up, Dante? Everybody say hi to Dante. Glad you made us. You made it. Okay. Let me see what else. That's about it. There was some interesting news that I don't know if you guys heard about it, but people are getting more hip and they're checking the trades more. Yeah. So someone was checking, because in the Hollywood Reporter, we have something called every Tuesday. They have a production breakdown listing for new productions that are starting in the Hollywood Reporter, and it's there every Tuesday. What's coming up and coming, what's filming, and someone spotted that they've already have a listing because they're going into pre-production on The Mandalorian season 4.
Woohoo!
So we haven't even got season 3 yet.
Yeah, Yeah, I know.
But they're already in the production listings. They're showing they're getting ready and they're gearing up with production for season 4 already, which
Wow.
can't wait to see season 3. But
No kidding.
it was kind of exciting to see that. So that was some news this week.
Yeah.
What other news do we have? Oh, we had some bad news the other day. Actually, Anne Heche is brain dead, so that was terrible news.
They're keeping her alive just for organ donation, and now they're donating for organs right now.
Well, that's an awesome thing to do for that. But
it's too bad she had to pass away.
Yeah, it is.
But she's out of the pain.
Yeah,
Suffering.
that's true. Yeah, I heard she was a very wonderful, wonderful person, a human being. So, and the fact that she's given her organs is awesome as well.
Yes.
So, our prayers are with you and your family. Move in peace, and Heche, on to your next journey. So, okay, what else was announced this week, Captain Rickster?
Oh, I don't remember. Well, a lot of people have passed on.
Well, not just the passing on. What else is coming? Well, we had news. I don't know if we mentioned it, but they moved Andor. They moved it to. I don't know that they moved it again, but this is the first time that I remember them moving it. But they're moving it. What day is it coming out?
It's supposed to come out. I think it's coming out September 21st, but I'm not.
Let's
sure.
check real quick. But it was originally Andor. The series was originally supposed to premiere on Disney Plus on August 31st.
Right.
And now it's been moved, and they released a new trailer, and a new trailer looks great.
Oh, and She-Hulk's coming out
next week.
Yeah, She-Hulk will be out. You'll watch that one.
Yeah, so we got something great coming out next week, She-Hulk. September 21st, you were right. But we're going to get 3 episodes.
Yeah, we're going to get 3 episodes.
So,
because of the movie.
Well, that's good that we get 3 episodes. And maybe they weren't finished with it. So that's, if they're not finished and they need more time for special effects or editing or sound work or whatever you're doing, take your time. We want a masterpiece. And it's 12 episodes.
Right.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. The rumor is that Ms. Marvel has got a 2nd season coming out.
Oh, I believe it.
That's the rumor right now that I've heard online.
And I still think Mike and I were talking about that, but I still think that Rogue One, not Rogue One, but Andor, which is based off Rogue One. Yeah. I think that Mike mentioned they're re-releasing Rogue One.
Oh, okay.
In theaters August 26th. We need to go see that then.
See that one again, yeah.
And just before it comes out, but before Andor comes out. But Mike thinks. Yeah, we should need to go see it. But the rumor is that Mike caught that we think we saw Cal Kestis.
Yeah. In
the trailer, and I think that is Cal Kestis. It's a scene where that doctor's working on him. I don't know if he's the same species of Maz Katana. It's someone different, but he has this big soda bottle glasses.
Uh-huh.
And wow.
He's blind as a bat.
Yeah, and he had more than 4 arms too. So maybe it's not. It's definitely a different species. But in that shot, if you freeze it, and I took a picture and I sent it to Mike, I swear it looks like Cal Kestis. I think you're right. So that, and we got Saul Guerrero as well.
Yeah, we got Saul Guerrero.
Speaking of that, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of Saul Guerrero. Here's Saul Guerrero. So sometime in the next couple weeks, I'm going to be doing an unboxing. This is a nice figure of Saul. And what else we're going to be doing? An unboxing of. Actually, I'm going to do an unboxing of Antok Merrick as well.
Yeah.
From Rogue One. Which is cool. So I gotta get caught up on my unboxings. I'm getting behind it, Captain Rickster. Oh, I forgot this one was in there. Oh, look at this one. Look at it's a blurg. Yep. The what they stole from the Ewok movies. The blurg. The blurg. Let's see if it makes noise. Yeah, it's making noise. Oh, also I got Salacious Crumb.
Yes.
And I could hear Mike's. Let's get this to focus, the camera, focus more. Focus, camera. Focus. Anyway, I got Salacious Crumb too, and it's Mike's voice.
Yeah.
But Mike's not getting Mike Dotson, a good friend of ours. He did the voice of Teak is speaking of that, another missed opportunity. In Obi-Wan Kenobi, I haven't got it yet, but they just released the Jawa Tika, which was beautifully played by Leilani Shu. Did a great job, by the way. So not taking anything away from you, Leilani, but it was a missed opportunity because the person who played Teak in the Ewok movies, Nikki Patello, also plays a Jawa all the time. So I'm just kind of surprised they didn't have her do that role. It's kind of was a huge missed opportunity for sure.
For her.
Let me see if we get this to focus more. There we go. Maybe it's focusing better. Okay, good. I think it caught up. Okay, better. Which was a missed opportunity. But Leilani, you did a great job anyways, Tika. So I can't wait to get Tika as well. She's a Jawa. In Obi-Wan Kenobi, remember when Tika was selling his stuff back to him?
Yeah, I remember that.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah,
that was played by Leilani Shu.
Cool.
You met Leilani.
Yeah, I did meet Leilani. Yeah.
She's a great person.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, you met her and Misty Rojas and a whole bunch of people at the Boon to Eve event, which was great.
She was really nice.
Oh, they were all really lovely people. Yeah. So lots of exciting stuff coming up, but let's go ahead and get started with why we're here. Which one do you want to do? I Am Groot or?
I Am Groot, since it was so short.
Oh yeah, let's talk about I Am Groot first then. Oh, that's great. Stan had Leilani on his podcast.
Oh, cool.
We need to have start having some Star Wars actors on and interview them too. We need to start doing that too, rather than just always do reviews.
Just always me and you. Oh, and Boba Freak.
Well, and today it's the Boba Freak podcast, but
what's going to be next week?
But yeah, we need to. We have done interviews, but usually it's in person and we edit it. But we should probably do on the podcast some interviews as well. I wanted to have Kevin Thompson on. Remember, because the books.
We did that one interview with that guy on our live broadcast where the 3 books he did.
Yeah, the book ones we do a lot, but we should interview some of the actors too.
Actors is next week.
Because the actors we don't usually do on the live webcast. We do that in person. Remember, we did the guy who played Nine Numb, Mike Quinn. We interviewed Mike Quinn. We interviewed Dominic Pace and a few others, which we haven't uploaded yet. But we did interviews of them in person. But that'd be a good idea to do that. We should Dante's saying have Nikki come on the show. Yeah, we should have Leilani. We could have Nikki. Definitely have Kevin Thompson on, who played Chukatron, and because he has a book out about his
awesome book.
Yeah, it's doing pretty well too.
Yeah,
and autobiographies. So we need to do that. Have Kevin Thompson on as well. So let's start doing that. Give us some flavor. Anybody else have recommendations? Let us know. Mike Dante's already mentioned Nikki, so we need to have Nikki on the show. Okay, so I Am Groot. What an interesting.
It was an interesting shorts.
I'm thinking that they did the I Am Groot shorts because they were like trying to test market it.
That's what I
to see how well it would do. That's my opinion. It might not be true.
Well, it's how many views they're gonna get.
Right, and then maybe they'll give them a whole movie or a TV show or something like that. But Groot is played again by Vin Diesel. It's the voice. It sounds like they sped up his voice because it's not like as a little one but it still is his voice. Let's go ahead and give the official All for Sci-Fi rating. It is a short, but altogether it makes one nice little short. At All for Sci-Fi, our official rating system is 0 to 5 stars. As you know, 5 stars is the best. 3 stars, do not stream it. Do not go to the movie. Do not pass go. Forget it.
Yeah.
I Am Groot gets an official All for Sci-Fi rating of 4 stars. For kids, it gets 4.5 stars. But as All for Sci-Fi, we're going to give it 4 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'm going to go a little better. I'm going to give it a 4.25 because I really enjoyed it.
You did?
Oh, yes, I did. And for kids, it's a 4.75.
Okay. You almost gave it 5 stars for kids.
Almost. But I like the shorts. I love them. They're fast. They're interesting.
Right.
They're funny.
Right.
Vin Diesel is a great actor, or voice actor, and also a great actor.
There was a couple episodes that I liked that were better, like you're talking about. But there were a couple episodes that's like, okay. it was just
overall though, it was actually great.
right. Yeah, but it had cute
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There was some funny parts in it too.
yeah. Okay, Mike.
See you later,
Hey,
Mike.
see, I know you got to go, Mike, but that's okay. So we'll check you later, Mike. Hello there, Dark One's here. Hey, Dark One. Thanks for joining us. Stan says it was great,
Yeah.
and they got Vin Diesel.
Gotta love the Disney payroll.
Oh, of course, right? Vin Diesel, I bet you do.
Right.
But then again, I don't think that Disney pays that well. I did a Disney.
One
of the things I liked about Disney, I actually worked for Disney. You know, now of course Disney owns the Ewok movies, but I did a movie of the week. Remember when Disney had those, you know, Saturday night movie specials?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So I actually did a movie called Little Spies, and it was after the Ewok movie though. I was older, but it had Mickey Rooney in it, so it was starring Mickey Rooney, and it was about these kids that find a stray dog and they expose like how this dog kennel is like taking animals and selling them to have experiments done on them.
Yeah.
And I was one of the gang members in a gang called the Water Street Gang. So, and well, it's a Disney gang member in a Disney movie, and I'll tell you why I'm telling the story in a second. But actually, the woman, she's a woman now, but she was a kid. She was on a show called, you know, that show with Bob Saget.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Because they were just talking about John Stamos was in it. Our House or Family.
Not Family House. I think it's Our House because Family House is what they have on now. Family Matters.
Was it Family? No, Family Matters is a different one. No, Family Matters was the Urkel guy. That's someone else.
That's right. Yeah, Urkel. It was Family something. I remember watching it.
It had. Anyway, one of the lead girls in it because it had the Olsen twins in it.
Yes, it did. That's Family Matters. What was that one called? Jeez. I used to watch that show all the time too, back in the '80s.
Fuller House.
Full House. No, it's Full House.
It was called. The new one's called Fuller House. That's right.
The old one's called Full House.
Yeah, the old one's called. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
The new one because they brought it back is called Fuller House, but Full House. Anyway.
Yeah.
Candace Cameron. Well, that's what she went by the name Candace Cameron back then.
Yeah.
Now she got married as Candace Cameron Burr. By the way, you sound like a parrot when you repeat me.
Of course.
Anyway, in the you sound like a parrot. Anyway, you're funny. Probably want a cracker?
Yeah, that was better.
Anyway, we kidnap her.
Okay.
You know, in it. So I had a scene with her, and later she went on to do that Full House show.
This guy likes to promote violence. Now he's kidnapping people.
I always played bad characters.
And he was in a gang. Probably had knives and baseball bats back then.
Even on Webster, when I was on Webster, I was like this football player who was like bullying Webster.
I figured.
Yeah, so that was me back then.
He loves violence. I mean, this guy is a violent person.
Well, I couldn't hit you today because you didn't agree with me on that.
Yeah,
anyway, the reason why I'm sharing
after the show.
the reason why I'm sharing this story was because at the time, because he was talking about the Disney payroll.
Right.
Stan the Man was talking about Disney payroll. I remember signing my Disney contract, and it was the first time I saw on the Disney and any of my contracts that talked about your likeness and your image.
Right.
So it said that if they do any merchandising, like create any action figures or stuff like that, I was going to get 2% of whatever they sold with my likeness and my image on it, or if they used it for $1 or something like that. And Lucasfilm never gave me that. By the way, they never created an action figure anyway of Mace Tawani. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because maybe he is making money if they're selling Groot stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe he's getting 2%. Maybe he's really getting paid. But Disney was kind enough. They were thinking back then about that stuff, and it was included, which was cool. So that was why.
They never did make a figure of you.
Not on the Lucasfilm side or in that movie with Mickey Rooney. If you get a chance to see it, it's called Little Spies. It's a fun
That's actually really nice.
Fun little movie. And I'm all the way throughout the movie, so I'm definitely not the lead role like I was in Caravan of Courage, but I had a good co-starring part, so I'm all the way through it. Okay, so that's why I shared that. So I Am Groot. There were just a couple episodes in the I Am Groot thing that it was like, okay, this is just too kidsy for me, and it's maybe a kid might think that it's enjoyable. So it's a great, great, great show for kids. So if you have kids, Dante, your children could watch I Am Groot for sure.
Oh yeah, they would love it.
They would love it, just like they like the Ewok movies. Like you tell me, you play it every couple days or once a week for them. I Am Groot is great, but it's too short.
Too short for adults.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really.
I wonder if they did a study about that, like the attention span of a kid.
The attention span of a kid is usually about 5 minutes.
It's 5 because every episode's 4 to 6 minutes.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. So yeah, I give it 4 stars for kids. I give it 4.5. He gives it 4.25 for him, and then 4.75 for kids. Yeah. So not a lot to talk about other than that. So you be the judge. I Am Groot is on Disney Plus.
Yep.
So go check it out there. Let's talk about the main event today.
Oh yes.
The Sandman. So any of you guys out there, are you guys big DC Comics fans? Anybody know about the Sandman or what it was about? Captain Rickster, you want to talk about this for a little second?
Yeah, well, Sandman came out in the 70s. But,
okay.
But this is not the one that came out. This is the DC Vertigo edition.
Right.
Of Sandman.
What does that mean?
It's
Vertical. What does that mean?
Vertigo is the company, another comic book company who DC bought, and they combined everything together.
Okay.
This is 72. It's 72 comic books with the 3 specials that come along with it.
Wow, 72 comic books.
Since it's gotten popular, it's on eBay. They've blown it out.
How many years did it take them to release 72 episodes?
72
in comics.
Oh, about it was almost 4 years.
4 years. Mm-hmm. So it was like a 4-year run that it was on.
Yeah, it was a 4-year run.
Is that considered long in the comic world?
Short.
Okay.
That's definitely short. If you want to go to a comic book run, just go ahead and hit Captain America or the Incredible Hulk. They ran for 20, 30 years. Spider-Man.
Are they doing any of those still?
Yeah.
Are they still doing them?
They're still making them.
Okay.
They're still making Sandman from DC too.
Okay.
I noticed online when I was looking. But people like to rip off other people when it goes to eBay.
Right.
Go to a comic book store and buy them. It might be a little cheaper if you want to collect DC Sandman.
Yeah, there you go. There's some advice from Captain Rickster.
Make sure you go get DC Vertigo. Regular DC, and it came out in the early 70s.
Right.
Is another set, but it does nothing with the TV series that they showed already. This one, they actually have a couple of runs. Mm-hmm. Remember the Dollhouse?
No. Oh, I remember the episode called The Dollhouse.
The episode called Dollhouse. There's like 6 books just strictly for the Dollhouse.
Oh, wow.
The Dreamer, the very first episode that came out,
right,
is 4 comic books long, but it's in the set, so you'd have to buy the whole set if you want to read everything, and you will agree it's actually were they close? Did they do it like the comic books?
Well,
it's not like for like, but it's basically almost the same.
Well, yeah. Online everybody seems to like it, and they were talking a lot of good stuff about it, and saying that they were close. So that's why I was curious if they were. But okay, let's talk a little bit about the cast of the Sandman. Let's go ahead and give it an official All for Sci-Fi rating. Then we'll get into the cast and we'll get into other stuff. Dante had something he wanted to share. Let's see what he said. Oh, Eric, I could get the 10 disc DVDs. Well, I'd prefer Blu-ray if you're going to send them to me, Dante. Appreciate that, by the way. Because we're watching, I started watching it on Hulu, and I remember we didn't like the quality. Dante said he could send us the Blu-rays. Stan says, I think I have a couple Sandman comics from an estate sale. He has a couple of them.
Yeah,
comics.
Read them if you can, but you need to read more. You need to get this. You need to buy some of the sets that actually have the parts they have in the episodes.
Okay, Darth Sidious is on. Hey, Darth, welcome.
How you doing, Darth?
He's here. He says he missed chatting with us. Hope we're well. He's currently trapped at home with COVID. Oh, boy.
Oh, no, that's not good.
I hate COVID. So reach out. Okay, reaching out with the Force. He'll Heal Darth Sidious. Make him healthy quickly. So, okay.
We'll get Darth Vader involved in this one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. We'll get the Emperor to
Yeah,
heal you.
He'll heal you.
Yeah. So Emperor Palpatine. We got him. He's sending healing energy your way.
Yes.
So we let's go ahead and start off with the rating first, and then we'll get into the cast and everything. I like to talk about the cast too.
Cast
so
are great.
The Sandman at All for Sci-Fi, the rating system is 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars the best, 3 stars no way. Okay. The official All for Sci-Fi rating of the Sandman, I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. I think it might deserve a little bit better, but there was spots. There was 1 or 2 episodes I didn't like, which is going to make me lower my grade. I almost gave it 4.75 stars, but I'm going to cut it to 4.5 because of 1 or 2 episodes. 4.5 stars from All for Sci-Fi. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'm gonna give it 4.65.
Ooh,
for the simple fact
you didn't want to do this. 1, 2, 3.
No, it's not. That's not the thing I wanted. The thing is, though, is that one episode was bad, which is episode 5.
Yes.
If you get past the guy who's inside the restaurant,
there was I call it the diner episode.
Yeah, if you get about halfway through it, the rest of the half of that is great. The diner part.
The last
really
part,
brutal.
yeah, the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. It's great.
The beginning of it and the end of it's good, but we're talking about, I think it's episode 5.
Yeah, it's episode 5. Yeah.
That to me was I at one point I just turned it off. I was tired anyway, and I was watching it, and I just I was falling asleep, so I just turned it off, and then I saw you watching it, and the last couple of minutes was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
But it was and if you enjoy psychological terror, you'll love that episode.
Yes, it would.
But it was just a little slow.
Overall, it's a great show. It's a British.
Yes.
Actually, it's a British movie. All the characters were actually British people, which I thought was kind of great.
Yeah, they did, and let's talk about the actors. Tom Sturridge.
Oh yes.
Tom Sturridge plays Dream.
Yep.
Jenna Coleman plays Joanna Constantine.
Uh-huh.
Gwendolyn Christie.
Yes.
Captain Phasma from Star Wars. Gwendolyn Christie plays Lucifer.
Lucifer, yes.
Which had she was in 2 good episodes.
Uh-huh.
Boyd Holbrook plays the Corinthian.
Yep.
Patton Oswalt plays Matthew the Raven. Love that character.
Oh, yes.
And guess who's also in it? And I was surprised when I saw this because you said it's all British people. It's not all British people in every episode. Mark Hamill is in it. He plays Merva, the Pumpkinhead character in the Dreamland.
Yeah,
it was the Pumpkinhead that was given advice. That's his voice.
Yeah, that's his voice. He's voiceover.
It's voiceover. Yeah, of course he wasn't there on set.
Well, yeah, but Mark Hamill lives in England. So
does he?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Does Mark Hamill live in England? I know Rickster likes to say stuff without double checking it.
He moved over there.
Okay, I had not heard Mark Hamill lived in London. So if any of you could say in the chat and let us know. But I know that they don't. They for sure. I'm pretty sure he doesn't live there. But if I'm wrong, which I am wrong sometimes, actually a lot. Put it down in the chat. But does Mark Hamill live in London now? I'd be surprised.
I think he lives in England.
No, yes, there is a difference. But does he live even out of the United States? Because the last I heard, he lived in Hollywood or over in that area. So, okay. Boy, I miss arguing with you.
I know. Not as less if he moved back because now he's in the Jack in the Box commercials.
I've never heard what you're saying. That's why I said double check things. Don't listen to what people say to you. Stan says I thought he lived in California as well. And Stan he does a podcast and he knows a lot about stuff.
I go check on, but I heard he moved.
Yeah, I had never heard it. Anyway, it was exciting to see that Mark Hamill was a part of it as well, which was great. And I love that character too, because he was in it a couple times. Not a lot, but a couple episodes. It was kind of neat. He did a good job. And it's perfect. You know how Mark is great for voiceovers. Does the Joker? Does in the Batman? Yeah, he's great at voiceovers. Love Mark Hamill.
Yep.
Love it when he's out there working, and he's in the new Jack in the Box commercials.
Yes.
And in Jack in the Box, Jack mentions, my former employee Mark Hamill. Yeah, he lives in Malibu.
According to Google. Huh?
Yeah. That's what I thought. He lives here. I thought Hollywood, but Malibu for sure. So, well, you just don't pay attention, everybody. Just verify.
I'm gonna have to.
You should verify things before you say them on a live podcast, anyway.
Okay, rumor had it.
Rumor. Well, there you could say that. That you could say. Yeah, when he's in the new Jack in the Box commercials, like he had mentioned, and Jack says, "My former employee, Mark Hamill." So I guess Mark Hamill, maybe he worked for Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
What's really weird is I worked for Jack in the Box, not as an employee, but I did a Jack in the Box TV commercial.
Yeah.
So both Mark Hamill and myself, both at one time worked for Jack in the Box, did commercials.
Without Jack saying you're a former employee.
Well, I wasn't a former employee, like working at the restaurant, but yeah, I was jumped out of a van in a football uniform, and then in a soccer uniform when they didn't want to go get soccer players.
Yeah.
So they just made us change.
Do what you had to do.
But that was actually my first part. Actually, was in a commercial, Jack in the Box commercial. So okay, let's get into the Sandman. I really like this, the Sandman. Did you give it? What rating did you give it? 4.65 is what you gave it.
Yeah.
Okay. I almost gave it 4.75, but I just, like I said, it had a couple, not just that one episode 5, which was a little slow. It had a couple spots that were slow, but what I liked the most about the Sandman was the acting. It was very strong.
Yeah, really strong.
Even with the kids, it was strong.
Yes.
I like the storyline. I like how the girl, the Vortex, could destroy everything. I like the whole setup. What happens in future stuff in the comics? What do you think they're going to do if they do a season 2?
Well, since the Vortex is gone, there's other things that they're going to do in this. He is the king of. He's got to get his throne back for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's also got to fight the devil off again in the comic.
Right.
He has to make some new people that he had dissolved.
He started doing that at the end, right?
Yeah, he started doing that at the end, but he wants to remake some more people so he can do his bidding in the dream world.
But the twist and turns in all of this was really good.
Even in the comic book series,
did it do that still?
It did a lot of twists and turns in it too. So it's actually pretty, and he can't die anyway.
No, he can't. He's a god.
No, he's not really a god. He's actually.
Well, he's endless, is what they call him.
He's endless. He's an angel, but he's not a god. God can kill everybody.
Well, yeah, he talked about that. He talked about how Lucifer was the strongest other than God.
Yeah.
And he tricked Lucifer when they were playing that game. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
So, but the twist and turns, we definitely recommend it.
Yes.
Go watch it, binge watch it, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. But it's, and also, I don't think it's not good for kids because it's kind of scary. You know, and it promotes, suicide and death and killing and dismembering.
Anybody over 15 would be nice to watch.
That's different. Yes, nobody under 14 should watch it.
It gives you too many ideas.
Right, and it has
ideas like that for kids.
Well, yeah, like I said, it tackles suicide and dismembering and doing things to yourself and weird stuff and.
Some weird stuff in that.
Yeah, well, was that stuff in the comic books too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes, it was definitely in there.
But yeah,
and a lot worse.
I mean, it was it was interesting to see that his family tree, which comes out.
Oh, yes.
He comes from a family, desire, despair. They mentioned death as well, and then he's one of the dreams. So it's interesting and how desire and despair are always trying to play games. And they ended up fathering children, making children, which was interesting. That's how the Vortex got created, because they were trying to mess with their brother Dream, which was interesting. So
the thing is, though, is that Dream is more powerful than all three of them put together.
Oh, he definitely is. That's for sure. And he warned them, don't do that again, otherwise.
All except Death. Death is his actually favorite little sister.
Well, he didn't have a problem with her. She wasn't messing with him.
It's despair and desire.
Right. So
and those two, when they get to going, they can really get going on
they sure person. Can. They sure can.
So
Dark one says, "I love the Ronman."
Ronman.
Maybe he meant Roman.
I don't know. Ramen. Now if you're thinking of the comic book series, Ramen, which would probably be in this next season if they pick it back up and bring him out.
He wasn't in it this time?
No, it wasn't in it this time.
Mm.
But I know he's in the comic book. But if you want to get the comic book series, that's a 5+ right there. It's a really good read. It's mainly for adults reading, not so much for kids because of all the gore and horror and stuff in it. But I recommend it if you want to really sit down and read a good comic book, all 72 volumes plus the 3 specials. It's really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it when I read it.
No, I mean, well, I need to get into that. I'm not into comics like you, but it seems kind of interesting to me for sure. This guy, he's always got. Oh yeah, we got a. That's funny you said that. I love the bromance you got all the time. Yeah, my wife calls Captain Rickster my boyfriend.
Yeah.
So you know she's always saying, "Is your boyfriend coming over to do your show?"
Yeah,
That's funny. That's
good
funny.
enough about it.
So yeah, so I mean, definitely watch it. It's entertaining. It's got these twists and turns. I'm giving some of it away, but I definitely highly recommend it. So
That's perfect.
yeah, it is. She's funny. My wife, she's a character.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely a fun person to be around, and she likes to joke and kid, so which is great. So yeah, what else do we got coming up? We got D23 coming up soon. We got unboxing videos to do. We're gonna probably, they think we're gonna go ahead and give this away probably the same weekend we do D23.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead. This is our next giveaway. It is George Lucas as the Stormtrooper in disguise. So we're gonna go ahead and have the giveaway the weekend we're at D23. Yeah. This is gonna be given away for everybody. So we do still want to have giveaways, guys. So my son just asked if that's a dance man. Oh, I'm glad you guys are talking about that because we actually started working on the song, the Baby Yoda hand dance, by the way.
We did.
And I was playing a little bit of it. Some people missed last week, but I've actually started working on the track. Let me play a few seconds of it for you guys. Ready? Here we go. Anyway, that's just started work on it, but we're actually finally going to do the Baby Yoda hand dance. It's going to be on my next album, which is kind of exciting. So I'm excited to share a little bit of that with you now. But it's the Baby Yoda hand dance. So, yeah. Oh, he calls you the dance man, Eric. Perfect. Yeah, that's I've always had this thing with rhythm. You know, some people think that maybe in another life I was black. So whatever it be, that's the gift that I was given. I always have a funky nature, you know. So and that the Baby Yoda hand dance is coming up.
His other life, he was Boba Freak.
No, I could do this voice. I could do the voice of Boba Freak or Babu Freak or.
Boba Freak.
I've never heard it called that way. Baba Freak or Boo Boo Freak. Boo Boo. Hey Boo Boo.
Hey Boo Boo.
Hey Boo Boo. Well, you're gonna go down there. Okay, yeah, stay down there. Relax, dude. Chill. All right, so that's about it for this week, guys. What do we got coming up next week? We're gonna be watching.
We're gonna be watching Prey.
We already watched Prey. We already reviewed it even the week before. What else is coming up? By the way, Prey, go watch Prey, guys. Prey is really excellent. Good. Yeah. Really good follow-up to The Predator. Did we do it or no? Did we do Prey?
Yeah,
or did
we
I
did last week.
I just wanted to make sure because sometimes you make me goof up. Yeah.
I'm the one that goofs up all the time.
Yeah. Well, I do too sometimes. But okay. So yeah. So next week we'll watch whatever's coming up this week. Oh, She-Hulk. We could talk about She-Hulk.
Yeah,
we'll have the
She-Hulk,
first episode of
yeah,
that
coming
next
out.
week, and we'll have whatever the latest news that came out. So
Yeah.
join us next Saturday, and for another fun-filled adventure. We hope you guys had a great time. As always, may the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Want to say a shout out to Darth Sidious. We're hoping that you feel better and that you get over that sickness as quick as possible. We definitely don't want you going back to Exegol, like you said.
Yes.
Next week, Stan's telling us he's going to be at Disney. He'll be at Disney Hollywood Studios, so he won't join in. Well, we can't wait to hear about your adventures at Disney Hollywood Studios. Let us know, Stan. And after that, we'll see you the next week then.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I'm Eric Walker.
And I'm Captain Rickster. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your day. See you back next week. We'll have more exciting news, and we'll be talking a lot more other stuff, and he'll be able to beat me up again next week.
I don't know about that. It's okay that we don't agree. Sometimes it's fun, though,
Yes,
right?
it is. It is.
And I'm wearing the Clan of Two.
And I'm wearing my Star Wars.
Yeah, your Star Wars.
Old one.
So I love this. I love the Clan of Two and I wore this because of the exciting news about The Mandalorian season 4 is getting ready to start production soon. So everybody stay safe. I know, huh? Everybody stay safe. Take care of yourself. Do one act of kindness this week because it'll help make the world a better place.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great night tonight, wherever you're at, and we'll see you guys next week.
That's right.
God bless.